Welcome back, everyone, to the High Tempo Sports Podcast, episode 103 today. As today we have a very fun episode as finally we are getting to the NFL predictions episode. Today I am joined by my co-host Easton, as always, and we are also joined by the High Tempo NFL college football analyst, Mr. Willy. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
He's
of course.
Still breaking records.
He's like the Adam Schefter of our show. He's got all the inside information.
Yep.
Who's the hockey guy on ESPN? Super famous. The long white hair.
I know what you're talking about. Barry something.
Yeah, that's Willy.
Yeah.
Willy is
But yeah, today we are going to be predicting our standings predictions for the upcoming NFL season, the awards. I love doing these episodes just because it's so fun to predict this stuff. Obviously we're going to be wrong, and it's going to be fun to look back at it, see if we have any horrible takes.
Willy won last year.
Justin Jefferson's a bust.
Yeah, and then he's like the biggest Justin Jefferson
I have his
fan.
jersey now.
But yeah,
Not a good replacement for Stephon Diggs. He will be a bust.
I think he did a fine job.
Yeah, he was decent.
So yeah,
Broke some
we're gonna
records.
talk about all the standing predictions and our playoffs as well. But before we talk about that, we have a couple things on the news to talk about. First thing, Miguel Cabrera is one home run away from number 500. He could not hit number 500 last night. So we'll see when he gets it done. Hopefully it's at home in Comerica Park. Yeah.
We're trying to go. Me and Barry Hill want to go Sunday to the game.
Oh, me and Barry Hill almost went to the game yesterday.
You guys
Really?
gotta.
We literally almost went.
If you guys are going, I'm going.
Yeah,
Get a third ticket.
Barry Hill said if he doesn't hit it today, he's going to the game tomorrow.
Okay, well, we should probably get
Which
the tickets.
I would
today.
love to go, but I can't.
We need to get
I mean,
those.
you can't go tomorrow.
No, I gotta work tomorrow. I know, dude. I want to go so
Bob
bad.
Evans is trash. Just walk out.
Yeah, it's too important. It's Miguel Cabrera.
We gotta see if we could ever see the 500th home run. Do you know how nuts that would be,
Dude, I was just thinking about it today. That's going to be like crazy. Comerica Park's going to be fucking banging.
They were going off last night, and they played horrible last night, and Cabrera didn't even get a hit, but they were going wild every time he came up to the plate.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Imagine they play the Angels in like a week too. Imagine if it was off Ohtani for the
Oh.
because Ohtani is probably gonna pitch against the Tigers in that series. That would be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
But yeah, he is coming up on 500, so hopefully that can happen at home in the next couple nights. Next, not really like news, but NBA Summer League is going on. Cade Cunningham went off last night, had 7 threes. The Pistons been playing all right. But it's Summer League. I mean, there's not really much to say like crazy that's going on because random dudes will go off.
We could talk in depth about it, but it's just Summer League.
It's just
so it don't
Summer League.
matter.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, except the Pistons have the best Summer League team.
Yeah, and Luka Garza's the GOAT now.
Yeah, Garza's the GOAT.
Has he been playing good?
Oh,
He's been playing like
last night he played
good.
damn well.
He's been playing good. Yeah, I would say good. Like he definitely still struggles defensively, but he's been playing pretty good on
Like he
offense.
probably needs to be on.
He had
the
like
roster.
5 blocks though. Yeah.
And he's been hitting threes. Like he's got a strap.
Yeah.
And he plays with so much energy. Like he's okay. So he had a quote the other day that said he's from the DMV. Where is that? He's like, that's just how we play in the DMV. Is that New York? Like where is that?
Luka Garza?
Yeah.
I mean, he's from like not the US.
Oh.
Obviously.
I
don't know
assumed,
what.
but I didn't know.
Yeah.
But like, what is the DMV?
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know.
too.
I really
I
don't know what it
is.
stands for.
Well, he's
but-
from it, and that's how they play there. So,
All right.
His liver's been playing at all?
Nah, he's
No, he's
not
hurt.
playing just because of his injury still, but
okay.
he is going to be on the team. He signed like a 3-year deal
Oh, that's good.
with the Pistons, so he'll be on the squad. And then last thing on the news, there's obviously all the college football talk going on with the conference switches and everything, but apparently the ACC and the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are trying to form an alliance with like scheduling and stuff, so pretty much their divisions don't get like blown up. So that's just kind of like, I didn't read very
whatever
in-depth
that
into
is.
it, but that's what they worded it. They called it an alliance, pretty much just involving schedules though. So we'll see. I mean, maybe there'll be a lot more interconference play between those three conferences.
Yeah, whatever an alliance means between conferences, they're doing.
And the SEC is not involved in that.
Yeah, they don't want to be a part of the alliance.
So it's probably just like how you had the first 3 non-conference games or whatever during the. Yeah, it's probably just gonna be like, all right, we're only playing from the other 2 conferences.
That would be cool
Not
too
just,
because it would be probably good games.
Yeah,
for the
it'd
most
be more
part.
competitive. Like you're gonna see Michigan, Wisconsin, or Washington games like every.
Yeah.
and it forces it to be on TV.
Yeah.
They get revenue.
Michigan plays Northern Illinois week 3 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's
We
not
don't-
gonna happen. They play Western Michigan week 1.
Yeah.
We don't
That's
need
not
that.
Who's
Like, get those out
who
of there.
transferred to Washington from Michigan? It was
Giles Jackson.
Yeah, he'll probably go off.
I really hope not.
He
dude.
probably will. I actually like Giles Jackson.
I
too.
liked
He was
him
fun.
too, dude. I don't know why he freaking transferred.
When does college football start?
4 weeks.
Dang, we're coming on. I
Damn.
mean,
No, that's-
preseason football started too already. I mean, it's really coming up.
Watching football last night, I was like, holy shit, football's already here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're already watching it. It was wild.
Willy,
crazy.
quick, how have you liked the preseason of the Steelers so far?
I didn't watch the game Thursday night, but I mean, I was
Some fan
kind of
you are.
like keeping track of it. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, in their
They're
first
not- I mean-
quarters, how are they doing?
Najee Harris isn't getting. He had like 4 touches and 2 of them were penalties.
He's awful.
He had 2 rushes for 10 yards. It's not bad, but
Yeah, I mean,
But, I mean,
it's still. I don't
yeah.
think you
it's
don't
early.
need to play him. You don't need to play him.
He's gonna produce. So I mean, it's like a given. He's gonna come out and get at least.
He's
like
going to get a
50,
high
60
volume.
rushing
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
yards
yeah.
a game, 15 touches.
Is
so,
he worth a fantasy pick?
Yeah, a lot of people have him going in the second round.
Yeah,
What?
he's probably a second round
Like,
fantasy pick.
early
yeah.
second.
Really?
round. Yeah, I mean he's gonna be
He's
the
gonna
day
be
one
such a
starter,
high
3 down
volume.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
just,
just gonna get a lot of touches. So
I mean,
I plan on drafting him first round.
Willie can
definitely
just
will.
name
I'm-
him.
I'm gonna try to draft all Steelers
What
this
pick
year.
do you have in the ESPN fantasy league?
10 or 11.
Oh, you could take not. Oh, you could probably get him second round, right?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, 12-man league though.
it's kind of sketchy. Dude. I don't know. I
could
really
definitely.
want him to.
You
I
might as
want
well
him in both
reach.
leagues.
You might as well reach and take him first round.
That's hilarious.
I mean, he's gonna get a
dude.
lot of touches.
Are you convincing him to reach so better players fall to you?
Oh, of course.
Well,
got
he is like the last pick in the first round.
Yeah.
Or second round.
Yeah, I had the 3rd pick. I'm pretty sure, so I have a long ways until my second round pick, anyways. But yeah, and then the Lions played their first game last night against the Bills. We're down the whole game, came back, took the lead, then choked at the end.
Classic Lions football, right back into Lions
The
form.
best thing I took out of this game though was they had this running back who scored their lone touchdown. Craig Reynolds had 6 carries for 49 yards and a touchdown. He tried out for the Lions on Thursday, the day before the game. No one even knew who he was. He said he introduced himself after he scored the touchdown. That's what he said in his post-game interview. So
I am Craig Reynolds.
that's pretty cool. Like, shout out to Craig Reynolds for
Shout out to the street football player.
yeah, like he's just a random guy, I guess. But
Another-
yeah,
another thing about the Steelers though is Dwayne Haskins has been playing good.
he did play pretty good.
Yeah,
in
170
the game.
passing yards and a touchdown.
In the game against the Eagles, I saw he
Yeah.
was doing pretty well. That was so funny though when we were watching the Steelers Eagles games. We literally turned it on, and I was gonna take a video just to send it to you, just because I was watching the Steelers.
I know,
And then of course the one play I take a video of, Joe Flacco. In
Look,
the flats,
fucking
a screen pass goes
Dude
for
takes
70 yards
for a touchdown. I literally like saw that, and
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like, all right, I see how it's gonna be.
That was so like, just what are the odds of I get that on video?
That is so weird.
Shout out Joe Flacco. Dude's the GOAT.
Dude, did you see that picture of him next to all those other Eagles players like Jalen Hurts? Dude looks like he's 7 foot tall.
Really?
Yeah, he's huge. He's like towering
Flacco
over
probably
everybody.
is going to play a decent amount. I feel like
He might.
Like I could see them definitely benching Hurts some games, just
Yeah.
Yeah, if Hurts is blowing
just cause. Yeah, I mean, I guess unless he plays really good. But
Yeah.
are we ready to hop in though?
Yeah, I
guess
think
we
so.
are, yeah.
That was
So-
our fastest news segment in
Yeah.
about 12 episodes.
Not much news. So,
No, not at all.
do we want to start with division standings or do we start with awards? I think we start with standings,
I
right?
think we start with division
Yeah,
standings.
so we can talk about, each team a little bit, what we like of them, what we don't like, what we think a projected record would be. Obviously, we don't know the exact record because you'd have to look at all their schedules. But let's start in the NFC and start with the best division in football. Just kidding. It's definitely one of the worst divisions in football this year. The NFC North, the Lions division. This one is I wouldn't say this division is wide open. If the whole Aaron Rodgers situation was still going on, it would probably be wide open. But let's talk, or should we just have each guy go 1 through 4?
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to start? Or go ahead.
I'll start first.
All right.
For my NFC North, I have the 1 seed the winner of NFC North, the Vikings. Then I got the Packers, Bears, and Lions. The reason I didn't have Packers at number 1 is just like there still is the drama of like everybody hates everybody there. Like nobody's really happy, and it could contribute to winning football, or it's going to contribute to a serious amount of losses.
I think that the drama will kind of cut out by the start of the season,
And it definitely could.
I think they realize that Aaron Rodgers is out and Devontae is out after this year.
Yeah.
So I think they're just gonna bring it together, run it back one more time.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I was originally like a couple weeks ago before Aaron Rodgers, like they finally resolved his situation and he came to training camp. I was definitely going to have the Vikings winning the division. But I have it as Green Bay winning, Minnesota second, Chicago at third, and then the Lions in last. Because, like you said, I think that they've pretty much all come to they figure out that, okay, this is Aaron Rodgers' last year. He's probably going to want to do pretty well. I mean, I'd assume he doesn't want his last year to be crappy in Green Bay. So I do think that they will end up winning the division, but I don't think it'll be by a landslide. I think it'll be a 2-team race between them and the Vikings. The Lions at 4th. I could see them randomly being the 3rd best team.
I could.
The Lions, I don't think they're going to be good, but I could see them randomly being like average, like 6 or 7 wins. The Bears, though, I don't know. It depends on how long they go with Andy Dalton over Justin Fields. I don't think that will last too long. Could the Bears randomly be good? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but
especially if Justin Fields comes out and actually, like they've said he's been playing great football in training camps, and it's funny because last night we were talking about training camp news, but it said he's been playing super good, and if he comes out and balls out, he could just be a better Mitch Trubisky, and at that point, they're a better football team.
Like, honestly, I think any of these 3 teams, like other than the Lions, could win this division. I just don't think the Bears are going to. But the NFC North has one of the toughest schedules in football. From the NFC, we have to play the NFC West, and then we have to play the AFC North.
Which is crazy.
Literally the 2 toughest divisions in football. So, what's your 1 through 4, though, for the NFC North?
I have the Lions number 1. Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions.
Yeah, that's how I have it, too.
Yeah.
So I think the Packers will pull it together.
I think so, too.
Win the division. I think there may be a 12-win team, 11-win team. Maybe.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Because we have an extra game this year, too, so that's kind of going to be tough with records and obviously, like, all the stats. Like, the awards is so hard because all the stats are going to get broken this year. Like, all of them will. So it's going to be so hard for them to pick winners for, like offensive player of the year, like there's
3 dudes gonna break records.
It was like last year there was 3 dudes that broke records, and now we have an extra game too. So let's move. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know how much of a fan. Like that's the one thing I don't like with this extra game. I know it's just like 1 extra game, but like now historically, you play 6 years in the NFL, you now have an extra 6 games over like Barry Sanders' 6-year stretch. That's a huge. Like if you're comparing 6-year stretches. That's a huge difference.
500 rushing yards.
Yeah, and that's huge. So, like, you can compare Derrick Henry's 6-year stretch to Barry Sanders, and, Derrick Henry's got way more games.
It's just pointless, too.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of adding an extra game? Obviously, it's for more money for the league and everything, but, like, why?
Yeah,
I don't get it at all.
Make no sense.
Let's move on to the NFC South. The NFC South has the reigning champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's your 1 through 4 for the South?
I got the Bucs winning the division, Saints at 2, Panthers at 3, Falcons at 4, which is it's similar to last year, but Saints won it last year, but I got the Bucs winning this year just as coming back and no Drew Brees, and James Winston really working for that starter spot. That interview was hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird how because I think Winston is gonna be their QB, but Taysom Hill obviously will definitely still get looks at QB. No Michael Thomas for like the first half of the year too, so. The whole Michael Thomas thing is always been like such drama the last couple of years with him.
He
and the
is
Saints.
drama.
He got in a fight with somebody. Like I don't know.
He is drama. Like he is.
This division. I have Tampa Bay winning. I actually have the Atlanta Falcons finishing second. I really think that they're kind of a sleeper team. I think their offense is pretty deadly.
Me too.
I have the Saints at 3, but the Saints definitely still could be good. And I have Carolina at 4th. But Carolina is another team that could randomly be good. I mean, if Darnold
They've been
plays
saying
well,
Darnold's playing really
Yeah.
well, so
and they have a
back.
pretty solid defense.
C-Mac is
CMC's
back.
back. Yeah, like their wide receiver core is pretty solid. I mean, DJ Moore, Rodney Anderson. They got or Robbie Anderson. Who did they get in the draft? They got
J.C. Horn, and
got
apparently
J.C.
he's
Apparently he's been
balling out.
balling.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's why I had this one was tough, like 2 through 4.
Yeah.
Because I was like the Falcons are gonna be good, and then I was like,
I
holy
think
moly, the
it's like
Panthers are coming
those
back.
Three teams are so interchangeable.
No, a lot of them are 2
It's
through
hard.
4.
I don't think any of them are gonna have like a bad record.
Same.
But like,
No.
it's just hard.
But the
to
thing
put
is,
them
it's
on.
just so hard because like one injury and all of a sudden one of these teams goes 4 and
Yeah,
Right.
and
13,
they're just not there.
You know? And then it's just like, oh well, but obviously we can't predict injuries. But I do think the Atlanta Falcons are a sleeper team. What is your ranking for NFC South, Willie?
Dude, this was hard.
It is
like,
hard.
Hearing your guys is just like,
you could go either
but,
way.
yeah, I was like, all right. Obviously, Bucs are gonna win the division.
I think that's
Yeah.
kind of
That's like a given.
If they don't, it would be pretty like some
Right.
crazy shit would have to happen for that.
But it's like, I think that the Panthers could be the second seed.
Yeah,
like
why
with
not?
the win, like they're gonna. I mean, they're not gonna have a crazy record, but then the Saints and Falcons. I don't know how the Falcons are gonna do this year. Their defense kind of got broken up a little bit.
yeah, their
but
defense is not very good, but
Their
if they
offense
can
just
stay,
score
if their
40 a
defense can
game.
stay healthy, it could be average.
Right.
Because they have a lot of like big names on their defense, but they don't have any like depth at all. So
I'm really excited for Falcons football this year. So, what is your final ranking, 1 through 4?
he Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans,
Yeah,
Atlanta,
no,
right?
Oh, okay, I got you. Atlanta. I want to catch some Atlanta games this year. I could see them being a lot of fun.
Especially,
to watch.
it kind of just depends on Matt Ryan too. Obviously, Matt Ryan can still be, he can still be like a pretty good quarterback, but he also could end up like this could be his year where his age shows
Yeah.
and he kind of starts to become Joe
Pulls a
Flacco.
Big
Yeah.
Ben.
You know, like it, or Big Ben. Like it
So-
literally could happen.
It's all about how big his arm is now.
Yeah.
Whether he can still throw.
And
those
Atlanta's
bombs.
offense is always going to be pretty deadly. I mean,
Mhm.
they usually have no Julio Jones anymore. Mike Davis is their running back now, who had a really good year in Carolina. I wonder where he's going to be fantasy wise, like
Me
in the
too,
draft.
yeah. I don't
'Cause
know.
Who else do they got? You know, I can't think of anybody in their
Right.
backfield.
Ito Smith or something.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
no idea who their backfield is.
So Mike Smith might be a good fantasy guy, or Mike Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Smith. Let's move on to the absolute hardest division to rank in the last several years in the NFL because it is easily the worst. The NFC East. Last year it was won by the Washington football team, and they were under 500. They're 7-9 and won the division.
That's
This
a
division,
joke.
I think literally you can rank it in any way, and I probably wouldn't be able to argue with it.
No, like you don't have a.
I'm not confident in my pick for this.
Oh, see, I am though. I've just got confidence booming. It just comes.
I don't know. I have.
It's
no
so
clue.
hard.
It's so tough.
Do you want to start off?
Yeah,
All right.
at the 1 seed, winning the division, I got the Cowboys. 2 Washington football teams, 3 Giants, 4 Eagles.
I think that I didn't pick the Cowboys, and I
Really?
picked the Cowboys the last 2 years to win this division, and they didn't, and they should. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
they should
the Cowboys
easily win it.
should.
They got so many big names on that team. It's
Last
like,
year, I guess I'll give them a pass. Losing Dak obviously was a huge loss.
Zeke
for them.
was having
Their
issues.
defense sucked last year though, and they should have at least a competent defense. But so I'm not picking them to win because I've fallen into the Cowboys trap the last 2 years.
they're gonna win this year.
Yeah, they're gonna win.
No, they probably will. I think honestly the only thing set in stone, I do think the Eagles will be the worst team. I'm pretty sure they'll be the worst team in the division. Like you had it. But I am going with the sleeper pick. I got the New York Giants winning the NFC East.
Wow.
I know that the training camps would go against my choice here. I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones has been performing really poorly in training camps. But the Giants had a pretty good offseason. They added Kenny Galladay and Kadarius Toney in the draft. Their defense is actually like pretty solid. It really just depends on they're bringing back Saquon obviously, but it really just depends on Daniel Jones. And I just think he might be decent enough. I'm not saying they're going to win 12 games. They'll probably go 10-7 or 9-8. So I have the Giants, Cowboys, Washington football team, even though the Washington football team is good.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles at 4.
So the thing about like the Giants is like I have them at 3, but like after like hearing the description, like having Saquon back really opens things up for a guy like Daniel Jones, who isn't very good.
Oh yeah.
Like Daniel Jones, I'll be the first to say I'm a Daniel Jones fan. He isn't very good.
Oh yeah.
And so like having a guy in your backfield like Saquon, where all the pressure is taken off you at quarterback because you hand
Someone
it
you
off
can
25 times.
dump off too
Yeah.
if you get in pressure.
And the Giants last year almost won the division. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, all of the teams almost won the division, but they almost won that division. It came down to the last game of the year, and their team was pretty bad,
Yeah.
and Daniel Jones was pretty bad. So, like,
But people do forget that Daniel Jones is the longest rush ever by a quarterback. So like he is good. He is that good.
was that the one where he dropped it when no one around him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was
Where
like
he
a
slipped and fell.
67 yard
Oh my God!
carry.
What do you got for the NFC East, Willie?
I think the Cowboys are definitely going to win this division. I don't know.
Definitely.
Dak's back.
Is Dak going to start the year though? I'm hearing that he might not start the
He
year.
might not, but actually,
It's tough.
it's tough, dude. I feel like it's either going to be the Redskins.
It's so tough.
But the Redskins don't have a quarterback.
The
Yeah,
who?
I know. Well, they got Fitzpatrick. They got Fitzpatrick. I mean,
Fitzpatrick's all right.
Fitzpatrick is probably better.
That's
than-
Fitzmagic.
Dude,
He's gonna play crazy the first 3 weeks of the season and then just be average.
low key, dude. If Dak gets hurt, Fitzpatrick is the best quarterback in that whole division.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, he's better than Hurts and Jones.
Yeah,
Probably.
easily. Fitzmagic is a baller.
But he's not. But that's just showing how bad the division is, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
What if,
guys are
what if they
hating
roll
on
with? What if they
Fitzpatrick. I
roll
really
with
do.
Taylor Heineke though? He had that one good game against the Bucks in the playoffs.
Against the Bucks and almost
Yeah.
beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think you guys are haters, like Fitzmagic haters.
But the Washington football team easily has the best defense in the
Yeah.
division. And their offense got pretty good this offseason. I mean,
I
they
know,
added
and
Curtis
making me start
Samuel.
thinking that the Redskins are gonna win.
I know, that's the thing, dude. I don't like I want to pick them, but I feel like they are like the most like they're like the slept on
yeah,
team
everybody.
that everyone picks. It's like, okay, they're not really slept
Yeah.
on, you know? Like
Yeah.
you look up anybody's predictions, they have the Washington football team winning, and it's like,
Yeah, this team is so
is that
underrated.
actually gonna happen? Yeah, exactly.
How is it underrated if we're all saying they're going to
Yeah.
win the division?
The winner of this division probably won't win double-digit games, though.
No,
they will
no.
probably be a 9-8, maybe 10.
I don't know, dude.
Maybe
I see
10
if Washington is if Washington wins the division, I think they're going to win it with flying colors, like blow every other
so?
team out of the water. Like
Yeah.
11 games is what I'm
This
saying. Like,
team
when
has
I say that.
Also, Washington has a lot of guys that really could have breakout years, just because they
Yeah.
have a lot of younger players. Like we could see Antonio Gibson
Terry
have
McLaurin.
a crazy breakout year. Terry could become a top receiver. Curtis Samuel is a really good offensive
Mm-hmm.
weapon. Their defense is filled with younger guys that
Chase Young could
are
go out
all-
and win.
Chase Young,
D-boy.
Montez Sweat, their rookie Jamin Davis. Their team is really Jonathan Allen. Their team is like pretty stacked.
Am I a
but
Washington football fan? I might be a football team fan.
They're pretty fun. I mean,
Like,
they're
I
a fun
enjoy it.
team. Yeah.
Every time
They
we
should
end up
trade for Deshaun Watson though.
easily.
What if Deshaun Watson gets traded like after this video
Dude.
and it just kind of ruins everything?
I saw something on Twitter the other day that said
He's going to the Eagles, right?
no. I saw that he got released.
Oh,
by
really?
Barry McCollum. And I was
You've
like,
been falling for them fake Instagram or those fake sports
Dude,
reports lately. What was the one that you told we were at Jordan's house and there was something like that we just happened? I forget. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins retired from the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like, huh? And you just never double check to
Okay,
make sure.
but
it's
there was
not.
that report though from Sleeper that Deshaun Watson to the Eagles was starting to get the Eagles were gaining traction or whatever in that in a possible trade. I don't know what they're giving up. I mean, obviously they're giving up Hurts and a whole lot of picks. Are you giving up Devontae Smith too? Like, I don't know.
that's
What are you ranking then? Because you said Cowboys first and then you kind of backtracked.
dude. I'm starting to think, dude. I think the Redskins are gonna win the division now.
I love how he keeps saying
I know it's
Redskins.
as if it's the team name still.
Football team.
Yeah.
Then the Cowboys, but dude, those last two teams are kind of hard to rank.
Yeah,
You got
I
to.
know
though.
you got winning the division.
You got to
But that's the
rank
thing,
them.
dude. Like this division is the hardest.
Like,
one
dude,
to
if
rank.
that Deshaun Watson trade goes through,
Yeah.
Eagles could freaking go
Yeah,
crazy.
and
this
that's
year.
the thing is like I won't base my like predictions off of a maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
agree.
no, yeah, I'm not gonna, but like, they could go crazy.
Yeah, they'd win the division
Yeah.
with Deshaun Watson. Like probably. No, they
But
would.
I think the Giants are a better football team.
So Giants and Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or-
I do think that if everything stays the same, I think the Eagles will probably be the worst team in the division. But who knows? Because, and that's the thing. I think the Cowboys, if they don't win it, they will like be second. I would be shocked if they're the worst team. Oh my god!
If
it'd be
the
so
Cowboys
funny,
are the
though.
worst
it would
team,
be
I would love it.
hilarious.
I would love to
love
be
it
so
too.
wrong. Make
Oh,
me
yeah,
wrong,
for
please.
sure. So let's move on to
Last
complete
division,
opposite of this division. I think this is the best division in the NFL.
NFC. Oh, I agree.
The Steelers division, AFC North, is a very close second, but
Did we
this
do the NFC West?
yeah, this NFC West.
I thought we were talking about
This
NFC
division
North
as
now.
well. I think that there's one thing that's kind of obvious, and other than that, you can rank it. It's so hard to pick the fourth place team in this division. That's the part that's just like it's so hard to pick the fourth place team. So I'll let you go ahead.
So number one, the obvious one, the Rams are gonna win the division.
I think that's the obvious one.
and
I think.
and I can say they're gonna win the division just because that's my prediction, but they could lose.
But like
I
there'll
mean,
probably be one or two.
yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like as whether it's a wild card or winning the division. At the 2, I have Seahawks. I mean, Danger Russ is still the baller. 3 Cardinals, 4 49ers. I got 49ers losing the division the worst.
Yeah.
But like I could easily see the Cardinals come out and win the division. Like easily. Why not?
My predictions are pretty close to yours. I have the Rams winning. I do think the Rams will win this division, but I think they'll be 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I have the Arizona Cardinals finishing in second, though. I really think that they are going to be an elite team this year. But they are playing in a really tough division, so it's really hard to guess. 3 and 4 is so hard. I think the Seahawks finally take a dip. I do have them at third. They've been 1 or 2 in this division the last so many years. I mean, probably the last 6 or 7 years since they've had Russell Wilson. And I do have the 49ers finishing fourth. It's hard because this team is very similar to the team that went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They were riddled with injury all last year, but they have a lot of guys coming back. Their defense is going to be really good. Apparently, Trey Lance has been playing really well in training camp, and even though Garoppolo is going to start the year. They have a loaded backfield committee that they run. Oh, man, it's so hard to
so
put San
tough, 'cause,
Francisco
like,
at fourth because they are a nice team.
They're the same team that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like how we're
on
sitting here
DeForest
saying
Buckner,
they're
yeah.
going to be the worst team in the division, but like
They have a good offensive line, too.
like
Man,
there's
that's so
nothing
hard.
wrong with their team except for like maybe the QB position, who
Yeah.
like could be maybe we
Right.
don't really know.
What are you going with, Willie?
Well, obviously, I'm having Rams winning the conference.
Go Rams, by the way.
Or the
We're LA
division,
Rams
the
fans this year,
division.
Yeah,
not you.
even though we
No,
have their
not
pick.
me.
We are Rams fans.
But if they suck, it's like, all right,
Yeah,
they suck. But I would rather have them win.
me too. I'd rather their pick be worse.
I don't know, dude. It'd be so sad to like. It would be low key like kind of damn. Like Stafford leaves the Lions, wins a ring in his first year without the Lions.
But then he
It
gets
would be
respected.
kind of like, damn. Oh yeah, he does. I'm gonna be happy, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's still gonna be like, damn.
Sick of mother effers talking poorly on Stafford's
Oh, yeah.
name.
Anyways,
He's trash.
anyways, go ahead and finish, Willie.
Rams, then the Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers. I just think 49ers have too much QB controversy there.
Yeah, that's the thing. The other 3 teams definitely have a
They're
solidified
they're
QB.
set with
Yeah.
their person, but
Yeah.
I think if they figure it out early in the year, throw Trey Lance in maybe week 2 or week 3, then I feel like they
So you
could.
start Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You,
Off rip.
I would
could.
too, but I
that-
would
that
have
just doesn't
traded Jimmy
happen.
by now.
Yeah,
I would
me
have traded
too.
Jimmy by now and got maybe a wide receiver, some cornerback help or something
Yeah,
like that.
or just draft capital. I mean, you could
Yeah.
probably get
Yeah,
like
at
a
least
third or
a
fourth
second.
round.
But who would
pick.
want Jimmy?
I mean, well, it was the Patriots wanted him before, but then they drafted Mac Jones, so that kind of threw everything
Yeah.
away there. But that was kind of always the talk for Jimmy getting traded. Other than that, I mean, maybe the Bears before it was all this was before the draft. Now that like the draft is over, what teams would
maybe the Eagles.
maybe Houston, just because who are they going to
Houston.
start at QB?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Deshaun will start for them. So like,
No, I don't think he'll be back by
yeah,
then.
I just don't think he's gonna play for Houston. He'll either get
Yeah.
traded or sit. I don't know. This division is so hard though. Like honestly, dude, this could be the first time that all 4 teams from a division make the playoffs. Like it's probably not gonna happen, but it could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's definitely not out of the picture because the NFC East is most likely not gonna have a wild card team. Like there's a
Right.
very good
No.
chance they won't. The NFC South, like there's a good chance they won't either. The NFC North, like Green Bay or Minnesota, they'll probably both make it. But
See, I was thinking that like I was thinking the NFC South would have one. The NFC North schedule is crazy.
Yeah,
tough.
it is. Yeah.
Like, that's where I feel like if whoever's winning the division is going to the playoffs, and everybody else probably won't, just because their schedule is so tough.
Yeah,
But
their schedule
the
is
Packers
tough.
are could be very, very good this year. That's me.
They
banking.
were last year too. Yeah.
That's me banking on the Packers.
They did lose
not
a lot
being
this
great.
offseason though. So let's look at the playoffs now. Our playoff standings for the NFC. Now that we've gone through each division, we'll rank obviously 1 through 4 the division winners, and then the 3 wild card teams.
So I got at the 1 the Bucks, the 2 Rams, 3 Vikings, 4 Cowboys, and then my wild card teams. I have Seahawks, Cardinals, and Saints making the playoffs in the wild card.
Okay, so yeah, no Minnesota, or wait.
I had Minnesota.
Oh, so you have Green Bay missing the playoffs.
I have Green Bay missing.
Really? See, I don't think that would happen.
See,
I don't
think it can.
like, and I'm the biggest Green Bay hater. Like, if they missed the playoffs, I would celebrate, but I just don't see a world where they miss the playoffs.
I swear that's an unbiased pick. It is all based on the schedule.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I get
that
what you're
schedule
saying.
is
Yeah,
crazy
I understand
tough.
what you're saying. For me, so you have the New Orleans. So you have one coming out of the NFC, or you have 2 teams out of the NFC South, 2 teams out of the NFC West. Who was your third?
I have 3 teams.
Oh,
out
you
of
have
the
3
NFC
teams
West.
out of the West.
Rams,
Okay, yeah,
Seahawks,
makes
Cardinals.
sense. So for me, I have the Rams as the overall 1 seed in the NFC. I have the Bucks at number 2, Green Bay at 3, and then the New York Giants at 4. And then my 3 wildcard teams, I have the Arizona Cardinals at 5, the Minnesota Vikings at 6, and I'm going with the sleeper. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons as sneaking into the playoffs as the 7. I have Seattle missing the playoffs for the first time in quite some years.
Wow.
Well, that is.
I don't know why, dude. I
Falcons,
just
man.
have a feeling.
You are high on those guys.
That's the thing. I'm not like a Falcons fan or nothing. I just have a feeling that that they're gonna get a hot start to the year, and maybe they end up losing a crap ton of games, but they'll just coast and sneak into the playoffs.
So that feeling that you feel with Atlanta making the playoffs, that's the same one I have for the Packers missing the playoffs. I just got that feeling. There's just something in here.
That's why. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Willy?
What about you, Willie?
Well, I got the Rams as 1 seed.
Okay.
Bucks 2, Green Bay 3, and then freaking.
You picked the Cowboys.
No, I picked the
The Washington football team.
football team is the 4 seed, and I got Arizona and Seattle, and then I got the Vikings.
Yeah.
That's my 7th seed.
Yeah, and that
Sneaking in.
I could see the NFC North definitely squeezing in 2 teams.
Yeah, the NFC West will probably send 3 teams to the playoffs.
I'd be
but-
really surprised if they don't.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
really.
I mean, obviously the NFL, anything can happen with injuries and stuff. So none of us have the Lions making it.
Huh, what a shocker.
That sucks. I'm pretty sure I had to pick the Lions making it when we did this last year. I'm pretty sure I picked the Lions to
Would
make
not
the
be
playoffs.
surprised.
Very biased, but let's move on to the AFC now that we have finished in the NFC. Oh wait, are we gonna pick a NFC winner right now, or should we wait till we do the?
I think we wait.
We will.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start off in the AFC North, Willie's division. This is the toughest division in the AFC. Last year, Pittsburgh won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh did win the division last year. Baltimore and Cleveland both made it though as wild cards. So this team set 3 teams to the playoffs last year. Let's start with Willie for this one.
Yeah. You get to go with the AFC
We'll
North.
let you pick because the Steelers. This division
Let's see how
this
biased
division
you are.
improved. I would
This whole division.
this whole division improved. I think all 4 teams had a good offseason. So this is a tough one to rank.
I think Cleveland Browns are gonna win the division for the first time ever.
Whoa.
Maybe.
Is it the first
I
time
have
ever?
no
It's the
idea.
first time in a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh, crazy amount of years.
Yeah. So I think they finally get their division win. Baltimore 2, Steelers 3, Bengals 4.
I have the exact same thing. Mine is no different. You have the Steelers at 3.
I still think they're gonna have a winning record, but
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Baltimore and Cleveland are going to be
It just
they're going to be
depends.
2 top 5
their
AFC teams.
their defense is gonna be top 5 in the league.
Yeah, oh,
You know,
easily.
their skill positions are gonna do their part. That's just that offensive
Yeah.
line. If that offensive line can hold up and play decent, I think they're a 9-10 win team.
Yeah, and I think the Browns are going to be like unbelievable. I think the Browns are going to be one of the best teams in football
They just
this
got
year.
too many names to not be good.
And like their backfield is
Their
so
defense
good,
got
dude.
like, I mean, honestly, like their defense is last year was good, but it was probably like the one thing that was like not elite, and their defense
Right.
probably got elite this offseason.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
they added John Johnson, they had Jadeveon Clowney next to Myles Garrett. They added another linebacker. Was it
That's
Matt
why
Milano,
I'm
pretty
scared,
sure.
dude. Big Ben might die this year.
oh,
Yeah,
that
because that-
offensive line.
And Ravens defense is pretty good. I mean, Cincinnati's isn't nothing crazy,
Like,
but
what do you think
how
Miles
do
Garrett
you
is
go
going to
into
do
the
to
draft in the second round and draft a tight end and not an
Yeah.
offensive tackle?
because Eric
What are
Ebron
you
ain't doing the
thinking?
job.
Your 39-year-old quarterback is standing there take most sacks and freaking out of any QB I think in the league right now. Like,
Probably.
most career sacks.
Probably him or Stafford.
Yeah,
you ain't shitting.
like how is Tom Brady not? Like
Yeah.
he's played 5 more years than everyone else.
Yeah,
For real.
that's the thing. Like you got to protect your old QB.
That's what I'm
Like he's made
saying.
out of glass at
You
this
need to
point.
protect your old QB, or you need to get a new QB.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
one that can be able to take hits. I mean, I'm not saying that Big Ben is like a pussy, but
No,
like
but it's
he's
like-
old.
he's
Like,
40.
he's got
Old.
like, one hit and he's done. So
Yeah.
What do you think Miles Garrett's gonna do to him? Like
Probably
one
rip
hit
his
from
helmet off him on the head with it.
the Steelers are a weird one because obviously they had the really good start to the year last year. What 10-0, 11-0.
I think 11. No,
11-0. Yeah,
didn't they
Um,
end 11-5?
they ended
12
and 4. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so they obviously lost to the Browns in the playoffs. They had a really
Imagine.
interesting season. I mean,
Imagine.
I'm not even saying this because you're a Steelers fan, but the Steelers season last year was just really weird. I mean, they were undefeated, and through the first like half of the undefeated games, I think it was like, all right, the Steelers are a really good team.
Yeah.
And then it was like wins like 8, 9, 10, 11. It was like, all right, when are they going to lose? When is it going to fall apart? And then it just fell apart like really poorly, and it ended badly. And it was just like, it was really weird because the TikTok obviously was like the blame for it, you know, these TikTok
Right.
kids on, and it was just, I don't know, really weird, dramatic season for the Steelers.
It's Liddy.
I have almost the same as you guys. I have Baltimore winning the division. I think Baltimore did improve this offseason. Their wide receiver core still isn't like crazy nuts. They had Rashad Bateman, Sammy Watkins, but Marquise Brown is still your number one guy, and I feel like he's not a number one guy.
He's not a number one guy at all.
But I think they're still going to be really good. I think Lamar Jackson is going to have another really good year, probably rush for 1,000 yards again. I have the Cleveland Browns finishing at 2, though. Steelers at 3, Cincinnati at 4. But I do think the Steelers will easily have the best defense in this division. They'll probably have the best defense in the entire AFC. So their defense got even better this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick.
Do you think
Oh, go on.
Do you think Melvin Ingram's an upgrade from Bud Dupree?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Where did Bud Dupree go? Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good pickup for them for sure, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not enough. As much as I like absolutely hate the Steelers, I am thankful and appreciative that they exist. Because like the memes that come out of Pittsburgh and like about Steelers fans are hilarious.
Talking about TikTok, I saw probably one of the funniest things ever. So you know how all the receivers and offense is all about TikTok and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Devin Bush tweeted something. He goes,
Oh, yeah, did he tweet something about talking shit about TikTok?
yeah, he goes, you'll never catch me with motherfucking TikTok on my phone. That is for babies. We are grown men playing a real sport.
He's just going
He's going at it. He goes, if you have TikTok in my locker room, I will beat your ass or some shit.
Like
I'll
going at
kick you out.
Claypool.
That's the
And
funny.
dude,
Yeah, it'd be funny if
was
there
like,
was like
bro.
one guy on the Steelers that did it, but it's literally
It's like
all
half
of
the
them.
offense.
Yeah, it's all of them.
It's the offense, dude. The defense
Yeah,
is.
that's
That's why the
true.
defense is the best in the league. They don't fuck around with TikTok.
yeah, exactly. Seriously though, dude,
They don't. Like, there's no distractions.
Devin
for
Bush
that
is
deep.
probably gonna get traded now.
Those
I
dudes,
really hope that dude. I got
He
his
hates
jersey.
TikTok that much.
those dudes aren't like any of them aren't in the news. The Steelers defense. I'm never hearing about like
Yeah,
Devin
no,
Bush, TJ.
yeah.
They're all quiet, go about their
Minka
work.
Fitzpatrick on TikTok
Yeah,
dancing
like what? No, they just they
Yeah.
come in, do their business, and leave.
Right.
Claypool's sitting there. Him and Juju just dance.
Renegade.
Yeah, exactly.
Was
Like,
Devin
stop.
Bush? How much time did he miss last year?
Was
he out, or was that the year before he had his injury?
No, it was
No, it was last
It was last year. He missed most of the season, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like 4 games.
Yeah. So
4?
and he
I
missed
thought it
the
was
whole
like 7.
like 4 games into the season.
Oh, gotcha.
He missed the whole rest of the season, right?
Right, yeah.
So
And
they
Steelers-
get him back. They add Melvin Ingram. Did they add any more guys to their defense or no? They lost one of their corners, right? Steven Nelson.
Yeah.
Or was it
to the
Mike Hilton
Eagles.
that they lost?
And Mike
They
Hilton.
lost them both.
Yeah.
Bringing back Devin Bush is huge. That dude's elite at linebacker. I cannot
He's
wait.
going to have a big year.
Yeah, I
he's
think
going to
so.
be in the running for comeback player of the year.
Dude,
I
comeback
really
player of the
Yeah, I
year
don't know,
is
it's loaded. I don't
this
think
year.
he will
Loaded.
be, dude.
He's
There's
going to be in the running
No, yeah,
for
he
it,
definitely
but
will be in the running. Yeah,
Like maybe like top
there's like
7.
there's like 7 dudes for
Yeah.
comeback player of the year this
It
year.
depends
yeah.
on how he
It's
performs.
gonna be
He's a good
crazy.
year, dude. He's crazy.
Well, yeah, it depends on how he performs.
I think he's going to perform really well.
Yeah.
Dude, they did sign that Schobert.
Yeah, they got Joe Schobert. Yeah, that's who they got.
Who
from
the
the
hell is
Jags.
that?
Yeah,
He's
an
a
inside
pretty good
linebacker for
inside
them. He's
linebacker.
pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, like
I
he's
had no
solid.
clue Vince Williams retired.
Really?
He was their other inside linebacker. He just
So-
retired out of nowhere. Like he was in camp.
So who are their outside backers? I mean, are you
Melvin Ingram.
Are you
and-
counting TJ and Melvin Ingram
T-
then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's
so-
because they run a 3-4.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I forgot. I seen they got Joe Schobert on Twitter, and I
They-
was like, when did that happen?
it's a good pickup because, Devin Bush's run stopper. Really good run stopping.
give him another guy
linebacker.
next to him
And
as well.
Schobert is a pass coverage heavy
Yeah.
linebacker. So you need, those two guys are exact opposites. They're going to be playing right next to each other. So I think it's a really good pickup.
I think it is consensus that the Bengals will probably be the worst team in this
I
division,
hope.
though. But they will improve. I mean,
They're like a
yeah.
5-6
I don't know.
win
I mean,
team.
Joe Burrow, I've heard things haven't been the best for him in training camp so far. But he is coming back from a horrible injury. I mean, like a very bad
and they
injury.
didn't even try to fix the issue.
yeah.
Is
no
he gonna start
lineman.
week 1 or?
I think so.
I don't really get
I don't
what
know.
the Bengals did with the Jamar Chase pick. Like I really don't.
They
get why
added
they
a few linemen in free agency. I mean, their
But, like-
offensive line is much different than it was
Yeah.
last year. But
You also have a young quarterback who just tore his ACL.
you do got to remember, I mean, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase were obviously teammates and won a championship at LSU. Joe Burrow probably wanted them to take Jamar Chase over a lineman. So
It's-
you are giving your franchise QB, you're making him
He
happy.
probably
by
had
doing
some
it.
say in that.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying there's
Oh,
an
I think
issue
so,
with like.
too.
I'm not saying like Jamar Chase is the issue with the pick. Like it's in like he's not going to be good because I think he's going to be a stud. Obviously,
Yeah.
Like, I think he's going to be crazy talented, crazy good. But like I just really think like at this point with Joe Burrow as your quarterback, it was more about I guess fit kind of. I don't know. I just feel like you should have taken a line.
Yeah, I mean, and especially with Penei Sewell on the board.
Yeah,
I mean, if Sewell's
right.
off the board,
No, don't take one.
reach for Rashawn Slater or whatever.
Yeah.
But Sewell was there, and so it is difficult. But I think that Burrow probably wanted them to take Chase, so that's kind of where I think it's probably not that bad of a pick, just because that's probably what he wanted.
Yeah, like on the last podcast where I was sitting here, I was like, yeah, Sewell on the Bengals because like it was like such a perfect pick that I was like, oh, they made it.
Yeah, I
and
remember
it completely slipped my mind that they didn't make the
but
pick.
he's on the Lions.
Yeah.
Let's move on now. AFC South. This division has been really two-team heavy the last few years, especially last year.
This one's tough because of the Texans.
I think this one is pretty simple. I
it's
don't
tough
think it's
because
that.
of the Texans.
I think
dude.
that makes it easy, honestly.
like them. What part? Like you're
I'll
saying,
just
like
let you go ahead.
so I've got like Deshaun not playing this whole year for the Texans. That's why I've got.
That's how I got it.
So I've
yeah.
got 1 Titans, 2 Colts, 3 Jags, 4 Texans.
I'm the same exact way. I think the Texans are probably going to be the worst team in the entire NFL this year.
Yeah.
Their roster is like awful.
You don't know
Like,
anybody on
They
it.
have the worst roster in the NFL in quite some time. If Deshaun doesn't play, they could easily go winless. I mean, they are really bad. Who do they got at QB? They got Davis Mills, who they drafted in
Shout
like
out
the
Davis
third round.
Mills.
Who
the hell is that?
Their running backs. I think they got Phillip Lindsay in free agency. Brandon Cooks is stuck in Houston. Sorry, Brandon Cooks.
Shout out. You were elite, and now you're
Their
just never going to
defense
be good
is
again.
is god awful. Their offensive line sucks. They're going to be the worst team in the NFL.
They're going to be horrible.
I was going to have the Colts winning this division. Carson Wentz injury happens.
yeah.
I don't have them anymore. So I got Tennessee, Colts, Jags, Houston.
Same thing. And then you have the exact same, Willie.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville could randomly be good.
Eh.
Maybe. Their defense is still pretty bad, but
I
like,
still don't understand the Travis Etienne pick.
yeah, exactly. It's still a very... weird pick just because James Robinson had a very good year. They still have like Carlos Hyde, apparently, who they still want to give a good amount of touches to.
Carlos Hyde.
He's a power back, I guess.
Used to play for 49ers.
Yeah, he played for 49ers, a couple other teams too, yeah.
Okay.
But
make sure I got the right guy.
Yeah. But like if Trevor Lawrence comes out and is like a pretty good, like a top half quarterback, I mean, they could be decent. And they'll definitely be better than they were last year.
Yeah, and why can't Trevor Lawrence come out and be a top half quarterback?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing stopping him. He can be an elite quarterback right from the jump, like Justin Herbert. Herbert came in and was
if he has a Justin
balling.
Herbert type season, yeah, he definitely the Jags could be at least like the Chargers were last year, decent.
Solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
win like
very
6 or
solid.
7 games.
You want to move to AFC East or West?
Let's go AFC East.
This one I don't think is very tough.
I don't think so either.
The AFC for the most part isn't very tough.
Not
except
really.
for
Yeah,
the
the
North.
AFC North is hard, but other than that, it's pretty simple.
So I got 1 Bills, 2 Dolphins, 3 Patriots, 4 Jets.
Mine's almost the same. I think the Bills for sure will win this. It'd be pretty crazy if they didn't. I have the Patriots, though, finishing second. I think they had a really good offseason. Cam Newton seems motivated, especially with a rookie behind him that they're looking to replace Cam with. I think that gives him a chip on the shoulder. Miami, I have them at 3. They kind of were like a surprise team last year, being good. They just missed out on the playoffs, but they have the whole Xavier Howard drama going on right now. He still has to get traded. Though they've talked about trading Tua ever since he's been on their team.
Why?
It's just not good for their team, and it just causes drama. So I have them at 3. I don't think they'll be as good this year. And then the Jets, obviously, at 4. I've heard Zach Wilson training camp has been awful. I've heard he's not looked very good for the Jets so far.
I was just reading how
hilarious.
great he looked.
Really?
Maybe it was.
Well,
it might have been old. It might have been an old article.
I mean, he didn't play. He was having contract issues with the Jets. At first, so he didn't even start at training camp when he was supposed to. And then they came to an agreement. So that's already not a good start.
That's an awful start.
Yeah, I've heard it's been really bad.
It's been.
Maybe you're thinking about the one he had that one really good throw at his pro day before the draft.
Yeah, everybody went ballistic.
Yeah, that was nuts when he did that. But
everybody went absolutely nuts.
What do you got top 4 or for the AFC East?
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Bills number 1. I think that's a given.
It would be crazy
if they lost the division, it'd be nuts. It'd be Josh Allen getting hurt or something.
Yeah.
Then I got Dolphins at 2.
Patriots 3, Jets 4.
3,
That's
Jets
the
4.
exact same as last
Imagine
year. By
if
the
Jets
way.
won it all.
I saw something that Odell was talking about Elijah Moore, and he's like, this dude is crazy. Like, he's going to be the best
It's on
receiver.
the Jets, right?
Yeah. He's going to be the best receiver in this class, and he's going to, like, he could be an all-pro his rookie year.
Really?
Just like,
what?
Whoa.
What?
All pro.
That's some serious praise.
This dude knows more than I did when I was.
He's from Ole Miss, right?
How many?
He's the one that was like scored the touchdown, did the little like thing, peeing like a dog, and then they got penalized and missed the extra point, lost the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
that was so funny.
Like, how many All-Pro players are there every year?
There's 3 wide receivers, I think.
You're telling me
Maybe
there's going to be
4.
a top
Maybe there's
4.
4. Is it
I
3?
think there's 2
3.
running backs.
I
Yeah.
can't stand when, like, that's a bullshit ass comment.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me he's going to
Like
come into the league and be top 4.
In the AFC right now, you have Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones, and A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen. Juju.
No. Maybe Claypool.
Just out of those guys, I mean, there's probably guys I'm forgetting too.
Yeah, there's no shot
So-
this dude makes All-Pro. No chance.
But like they did have a good draft though. I mean, they got Michael Carter in like the 3rd round. Everything they've been saying about Michael Carter, he's been doing really good for them. He's probably going to be getting a lot of the touches. Is Frank Gore still on the Jets?
Yeah.
He's still in the league. I just don't know if it's still with the Jets.
I
Yeah.
think he's on the Jets.
But yeah, Michael Carter's going to be getting a lot of touches for them. But yeah, the Jets are still going to suck. They probably won't lose every game like they did last year, but they're still going to suck.
Yeah, you just I don't even know where to go with them because it's a full rebuild. And they started it and then they made their own pick. It already sounds like with Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
So,
we're Justin Fields.
second year.
And Lance.
You really screwed the pooch on
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
AFC West, last division.
This is another one that I think is pretty easy. 3 and 4, you can switch in all honesty. But 1 Chiefs, 2 Chargers, 3 Raiders, 4 Broncos. That's what I got.
Yeah, I have it pretty similar. Kansas City, obviously, they're probably going to win this division. I have the Chargers at 2. I think they will improve. Denver at 3 and Raiders at 4. I think the Raiders are really going to suck this year. Their offensive line, they lost like 3 dudes on their offensive line this year. They signed somebody in a big defensive player in free agency. I forget who it was. But other than that, I think they're probably going to suck. So that's what I have.
What do you got, Willie, for the AFC West?
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
Broncos could be decent. I mean,
I think I've heard a lot of good things about Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain has been having a good camp.
And honestly, if Drew Lock sucks, like they have Bridgewater, so
Right.
I guess like Bridgewater will at least probably be decent. So
Yeah.
That Javonte Williams. Who
forgot about that.
Supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah,
Who's Javonte Williams?
He's a
From
running
UNC.
back from UNC.
him and
Baller.
Michael Carter both. Yeah, he was second round pick. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
So, ready to do playoff standings?
Yep, let's do it.
At the 1, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Probably going to be goated this year. 2, Bills. 3, Titans. I'm going to go 3, Browns, 4, Titans.
Okay.
And then for my wild card, 1 through 3, Ravens, Chargers, Dolphins. Those are my wild card teams. I got Steelers missing the playoffs and the Colts missing the playoffs.
Okay.
So, like, the Dolphins will be the lowest of the wild cards.
right.
But I think Dolphins are going to be solid. I think the Dolphins are going to
So
be
you just have 2 from the West, 2 from the East, and 2 from the North.
Yep. No, only one
So
team. from the South.
no team with 3.
Yep.
Yeah, that probably. Yeah, I agree. I have Kansas City as the top overall team, Buffalo at 2. I have Baltimore at 3, and then Tennessee at 4. So pretty similar to yours. I have Cleveland as the top wild card team. I have New England as making the playoffs as a second wild card team. And then I do have the Pittsburgh Steelers sneaking in. I do think their defense is too elite to miss the playoffs. I think as long as Big Ben is at least average, they will be a playoff team.
Was he at least average last year?
He was.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, you started off 11 and
yeah,
or
for
10.
the first part of the season,
You gotta
yes, he
be.
was at least average.
He was
He was really bad at the end of the year, but
his first 10
for the
games.
total whole
Yeah.
season, he was at least average.
I mean,
I mean,
the Pittsburgh
defense
Steelers wide
improved.
receivers were
if
crazy
you take away
last
the
year.
4 mistakes he had in that playoff game,
Yeah.
they win that game. He had 4 picks, but
Except
threw
the-
for over 500 passing
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah,
and
but
like
the
5
only reason he
touchdowns.
did that was because they were down by 30
Yeah.
5 minutes into the game, so all they could do
threw
was pass.
62 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like saying
That's
like,
all they did all year, though, I guess. They just threw the ball.
but saying
every
to
time.
take away
You think-
4 mistakes, like that's
No,
crazy.
you think about it, though?
That's
You think
insane.
about it?
Other than the picks.
Other than all the interceptions he threw, but he had a great game.
You think about it, dude had to throw 62 times to stay in that game. They rushed maybe, I think, 4 times.
Oh, yeah, probably.
4, 5, 6 times.
That game was a joke.
You give him this Najee Harris, no?
no,
telling you,
dude,
they're
stop.
dangerous.
Who's having a better year, Najee Harris or James Conner with the Cardinals?
Easily Najee Harris.
Yeah, I know, definitely.
James
That's
Conner's splitting touches with Kenyon Drake, isn't he?
No, Kenyon Drake is in. He's with the Raiders. He's backing
Oh,
up.
is he
He's
really?
backing up.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. Yeah, there's Chase Edmonds is still with the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
that's
Out
who
there,
it is.
he's supposed to have a big role. So what's
Number-
your playoffs, Willie?
I got Chiefs 1, Bills 2, Titans 3, Browns 4. Then I got Baltimore as my first wild card. Then I got the Chargers, and obviously I'm picking the Steelers.
Yeah.
For my last.
I do
wild
think
card
the
team.
Steelers will probably make the playoffs, but their division is really good. So it's
Yeah, that's
not
why I
easy yet.
don't. That's why I don't.
But
have
the
them
AFC
next
wild
week.
card is definitely not like the NFC is more stacked than the AFC. I think as
Yeah,
far
I
as like
agree.
for the wild card teams goes, not really. I guess it's kind of close, but the AFC just has a lot of top dogs, and then there's like a lot of average teams.
The 6 and 7 in the NFC are probably better than the 6 and 7 in the AFC.
I agree.
Like,
But
quite
the,
a bit
the top
better.
dogs in the AFC are probably better.
yeah, yep, I agree.
I don't know though. I mean, you got the Rams, Bucks, and Packers in the NFC.
But the Bills and the Chiefs and the Titans and the Browns, like those are. I think those are. Gonna be,
I think the NFC is probably overall better than
Yeah.
the AFC though.
all right. But then you look at the NFC East. those might be the
I
bottom
know.
4
That's-
teams.
That
in the
kind of
league.
cancels it out. Yeah. So Super Bowl. Who do we got winning it and the runner-up?
I have winning the Super Bowl. The LA Rams winning the Super Bowl. Losing the Super Bowl, I have the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
So definitely not like the generic ass. Like that's 2 new guys in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. So, and that's really what I want to see.
Willie, I'll let you go next. because I'm still trying to figure it out. I didn't even write it down because earlier I was trying to figure it out and I was like, this is gonna be on the spot because I don't know.
I'm going with the Rams, and that's a biased ass pick.
I'm trying to find a world where I don't pick the Rams. That's kind of where I
can't find
no
one,
exactly.
dude.
So
I'll stick with the bias. Steelers are winning the playoffs. Steelers are winning the Super Bowl.
They might win a
Mark
game.
my words. You heard it here first.
All right.
Steelers are winning the Super Bowl.
Who they beating?
They're going to beat the Packers.
What?
Oh,
My
the
two favorite teams in the league.
Shut up. Oh, dude, if the Packers made the Super Bowl, they'll make the NFC Championship game, but they'll just lose.
They'll
in
lose.
that.
Just like
To-
normal.
Oh, yeah, just like they usually do. But I'm going to have them winning and losing to the Steelers.
Yeah, I'd be
Okay.
cool with that. Actually, no, that would be the
No,
worst
I would
Super
hate
Bowl
that'd be.
ever.
I would be.
That would be
How did
struggle
both
to watch.
teams lose?
Yeah, I would
Just
struggle
kidding.
to
I would
watch.
for sure be rooting for the Steelers all day.
Oh, me too. Screw the Packers.
All right, my Super Bowl.
Steelers Nation, baby. Woo-hoo.
I have a very, very new pick here. Just kidding. Kansas City Chiefs are going to make the playoff or make the Super Bowl again, but I will have them lose back-to-back years to the LA Rams.
Yeah,
it's so hard to
buddy.
not pick the Rams. I got Rams over Chiefs for the Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are just too damn good to not make the Super Bowl again.
And I am I've become over last year. I am now a Browns fan. I really wanted to take the Browns to the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
but it's just
that'd
that's
be cool.
wildly
they
biased.
probably have to take another step, like make AFC
What?
Championship.
So what? Why are you
Take
so?
the Browns to the Super Bowl. You ever heard that saying?
Oh, yeah.
Take a shit. Take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard
I just
that?
can't wait till Lions-Browns Super Bowl. It will
That
happen.
will probably never happen.
All right, let's get on to these awards. Do we want to start with the top awards or start with the
Let's
least
start with,
important and then go up?
Let's start with the least important.
All right, so Coach of the Year.
Shit,
Sorry
the
for
one
that.
I forgot to write down. I forgot about that. I can think of it. I'll go with the generic ass guy. Going with Andy Reid. Dude's a monster. He's the best offensive coordinator in the history of football.
For my Coach of the Year, I am going with another kind of basic pick, but I'm going with Sean McVay. Just because I think the Rams are going to have a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense.
And how do you know?
And they'll probably have a really good record. It's hard to not give it to him. Even though the Bucs will probably be the same way. They'll probably have top 5 with both. But yeah, I'm going with Sean McVay. I think Sean McDermott from the Bills has a good chance at winning it, but
I already know Willy's pick.
McVay. Yeah, man, they didn't give it to Mike Tomlin last year, so he definitely
Which is
ain't getting it this year.
bullshit.
I mean,
He did blow it.
Stefanski probably deserved it from the Browns. I mean, they took a huge jump.
Who do you got?
If you win 11 games
Yeah.
right in a row, oh, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm picking Sean McDermott.
Yeah, I think I could definitely see giving it to him.
So now it's the
We'll
next
go
least.
comebact player of the year.
Okay, comeback
This one
player
is
of
so
the year.
hard. There is 10 dudes that could win this award.
My comeback player of the year, he's the best, absolute best fantasy football player in the history of the world. It's Christian McCaffrey. Not really in the history of the world. Antonio Brown was. But Christian McCaffrey, I've got him winning it. If he comes back and even is 3/4 as good as he used to be, I could see him winning it. However, having a guy like Saquon also competing for the same award makes it really tough.
I think that
Joe Burrow could also win this.
Yeah, it's McCaffrey. I feel almost won't win it just because he did play more than a lot of the other guys who
3
literally
dudes.
missed, because McCaffrey got hurt and then came back from his injury and then got hurt again.
Yeah.
These other guys literally just got hurt and missed the whole season. I feel like the injury part almost has to go into it. But yeah, I mean, you have Saquon, Dak, Nick Bosa, Von Miller, Devin Bush, Joe Burrow. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many guys that can win this award.
Wasn't there a wide receiver?
Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm going with Saquon though. I think that
Odell.
yeah,
Yeah,
OBJ,
Odell.
yeah, for sure.
That's so much talent.
I'm going with Saquon Barkley though. I think just because he'll probably put up the best stats. McCaffrey, if they do count him, he'll probably win it.
And the greater the setback does help.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
bigger the injury.
Saquon's injury was week 2, week 3, and he missed the whole year.
I mean,
So,
C-Mac only played, I think, 3
injury
games,
Was,
right?
Dak's injury was probably the worst one.
Saquon
or
only
Burrow.
had 30 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steelers held him to 6 rushing yards or some shit.
Yeah,
And then he
didn't-
got hurt the next
Yeah,
game.
he will have a huge increase if
Yeah.
he gets. But that's the thing. It's tough. You can't win comeback player of the year if you aren't healthy in the comeback year.
Yeah.
And Saquon Barkley has not been healthy for 2 straight seasons. So
So Who was
I don't know.
This is super dumb because I picked it correctly last year.
Alex Smith.
There you go. I was like, why can't I not think of that
Yeah.
guy's name?
Who you got, Willie?
Devin Bush.
I kind of figured. It definitely could go to a defense. Like Nick Bosa could easily win the award.
Right.
He went out really early too. I almost picked him, but I didn't. Let's go to the rookie of the years now. Let's go with defensive rookie of the year.
The obvious one I think is Jamin Davis or Jamin Davis.
Yeah,
Is it
with
Jamin?
Washington. I think it's Jamin.
Okay, Jamin Davis with Washington. A guy that I could see. I don't really know if he'll win it, but I think he could come right in and step in
Yeah,
and
because he's just
ball
going to
out.
play inside
Yeah,
linebacker for a really good defense right away.
yeah.
I mean, it's
instantly.
he's going to get volume.
The next guy who I think could come in and instantly change the game, or he could instantly come in and suck, is Micah Parsons. Very versatile, does it all. And then J.C. Horn, or however you say. I thought it is J.C. Horn.
Yeah.
He could also win it, but I am going with Jamin Davis.
Yeah, I think it's probably between Horn, Surtain, Jamin Davis. I'm going with Micah Parsons though. I think that he's gonna come in and, like we said, same with Jamin Davis, get a lot of volume, get a lot of tackles. I'm going with Parsons.
Where did
Versatility.
Caleb Farley go?
He went late. The Saints. Ooh, that's tough. He went like late in the first round, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it the Saints?
no idea where
No,
he
it was. Where did he go? This is gonna bug
I
me now.
can't think of it at all.
The No, it wasn't Vikings. Oh, I don't know where he went. I can't think of it. I don't know.
He
if
get
my internet
drafted?
will load. Yeah, he went in the first round. I'm pretty sure.
Did he get drafted?
I don't know. Let's see if I can look it up and see it really quick. Who do
He
you
was
got
supposed to
with
be
this,
really
though?
good though.
Yeah,
Um.
Atlanta. He is.
Oh, that's a good
playing
pickup for
Falcons.
Atlanta.
Wait,
No.
no, it's Tennessee Titans. It's Titans. Yeah, he was drafted by the Titans in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft.
Huh.
Pick 22.
Who you got for your defensive rookie?
My defensive rookie of the year. This is hard.
The problem is with defensive rookie of the year, it's like who's gonna put up the best numbers. Like you have to look at their defense.
It
is
usually
not
just
easy.
goes to like the top dude, the top defensive guy who got drafted.
Yeah.
Like Chase Young
I
won it
think-
last year.
I'm gonna go with that top defense dude drafted. Wouldn't it be J.C. Horn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's crazy. He was the first.
I know.
player
With
got
Micah Parsons
Yeah.
on the board, yeah. It
and
is pretty
people are
crazy.
so
And
high on
usually it's
Jamin Davis.
Usually it's a defensive end that is always the
Right.
first.
Yeah.
dude. I mean Okuda. Oh wait, no, never mind. Chase Young, obviously, but
yeah.
Okuda, comeback player of the year, just because he sucked last year.
Come back from the
Not
worst
didn't
season
come back
ever.
from an injury, but
come back from one
yeah.
of the worst rookie years ever.
Yeah.
Come back from. Probably should just cut him. He should be like Craig.
He is
whatever.
going to have a big make or break year this year. Offensive rookie of the year. This one is pretty tough too because there's a lot of offensive rookies that got drafted high.
Yeah, and are getting put right into the fire. I
Yeah.
mean, you have guys. You have Trevor Lawrence, Jamar Chase, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson.
You got all the wide. I think the skill position players are even more than the QBs. I mean, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Kyle Pitts,
Kyle Pitts
all the
is the
running
big one.
backs, Michael Carter,
With all that,
Williams,
all that being said, I'm still going. I think it's the obvious
Najee
one.
Harris, obviously.
I'm going with Trevor Lawrence. He could easily be a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. I think at that point, if you're that elite right away, you should probably win the award.
I didn't go with Trevor Lawrence. I think that it will go to to probably one of the receivers or running backs. I was gonna go with Najee Harris, but I chose not to. I'm going with Kyle Pitts from the Falcons. I
Yeah.
think he's just going to be a monster right from the get go.
His versatility makes him
Yeah.
so special.
I would pick him, but
You had yeah.
Matt Ryan is like, is he gonna be good? Is he gonna be good throwing to Kyle
I
Pitts?
think he's
I
going
think
to be
so.
good based on my predictions. So
Yeah.
based on the
That's-
Falcons
that's-
being good, I think Pitts will be good.
That's
Yeah.
why I just don't know. I don't know about him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kyle
he's
Pitts will
gonna
probably
a
be on my
monster,
fantasy
but I
team.
don't know if it's this year with.
True.
I'm a huge Kyle
Matt
Pitts
Ryan.
fan.
I wonder who you got for this award.
I got Isaiah Loudermilk. No, I don't know.
Who?
Who?
Oh wait, he's
Pat
a defensive
Freiermuth.
player anyway. No, Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Oh, what a surprise.
And Najee actually probably will win it. Like
Yeah.
he's probably not probably. He definitely is the front runner for the award just because he's going to
He's going to.
he's
a
going to
3-down
get
back.
carries right away and he probably will be good. Like
Yeah.
Lawrence could come out and just not be that good. Like
Yeah,
Harris
easily.
will
I
at
think-
least be good.
He's gonna get lots of receiving yards.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Ben likes to dump off to his running backs a lot. So I think.
Did you see that TikTok of it was like Najee Harris spamming the Y button because he tried to hurdle like 4 different dudes in their game the other day and just didn't work for any of them.
He realized he was in the NFL.
Yeah, like
oh shit, this isn't some college
I can't
corner.
hurdle this 5'6" corner anymore. Oh
Yeah.
God,
He's a little bit better than that.
let's get on to the big time awards. Let's go with Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive player of the year, I have the best defensive player in football, in my opinion. I've got Myles Garrett winning the award and running away with it. I mean, he's going to be on it.
You think he's the best defensive player in football?
He's not
I
even
think
the
so.
best
Aaron
edge
Donald?
rusher.
I think so. I mean,
Really?
I think this season he'll be the best defensive player.
Not
in
even
football.
the best edge rusher.
Who's yours? Who,
Well, who do you think is it?
TJ Watt
Well,
is
TJ Watt's my
easily
third.
better.
Yeah.
TJ Watt. I've got my list. Literally goes Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
That's literally my list.
I was gonna pick TJ Watt, and I do think TJ Watt is gonna win it just because he probably got robbed last year. And I think they
Definitely
like
got-
as long as he has a really good year, they'll probably give it to him just because he didn't get it last year. But this episode we did last year, I picked TJ Watt, and I don't want to pick TJ Watt 2 years in a row. Like I want to pick somebody new.
Did
So
you go
that's-
back and listen to it, or do you just remember?
I just remember that I picked him. Yeah.
I think I picked Aaron Donald. I think.
Yeah, and you got it right. And so I'm not gonna pick TJ, but if I didn't pick TJ last year, I would pick him this year. So I think Fred Warner has a good chance at winning it. You can even go with Joey Bosa, but I also did go with Myles Garrett. I think the Browns are going to be really good, and I don't think they'll give it to Donald for the 4th time. So I'm going with Myles Garrett.
Obviously, I'm going with TJ
Yeah,
Watt.
and I do think
But
TJ Watt is probably the front
No, and I
runner.
do.
It is ridiculous how robbed he was last year.
Oh, no,
Dude,
he was
led
robbed.
every single pass rushing stat.
I'm not
besides
even a
forced
Steelers
fumbles.
guy, but I
Besides
agree. He
forced
definitely
fumbles.
got robbed
Yeah.
last
Oh,
year.
Sack
agreed.
leader, tackle for loss, QB hits, QB pressure.
It's like as you read
ridiculous,
that,
like,
how do you say? Yeah, but Aaron Donald was better.
Yeah.
Huh? Is it because Aaron Donald gets more
Probably just
double
'cause he's
teams?
bigger?
Like,
He's not. He's only like 6
Yeah.
foot. Like,
yeah, but he is.
he's pure muscle, but like
Yeah.
he's
Scariest
not
dude
even
in
the
the
biggest
league.
dude
Yeah.
on the field.
Who are you more scared
Yeah,
of?
and I had
TJ
both
Watt
of
or
them on
Aaron
my
Donald?
basketball team,
Aaron
and
Donald.
Aaron Donald, dude's scary.
yeah.
You have both on your fantasy basketball team.
Yeah, I had
You're
both
fake.
of them on my basketball team.
Yeah, the
so
draft.
clearly, I had the best. Let's move on. Offensive Player of the Year. This award is going to be so difficult next year because, like I said, going to be crazy records broken. I mean, think about it last year. Last year, it was Derrick Henry won it. Obviously, he had to rush for 2,000 yards. Insane season. But you had Travis Kelce break the record for tight end receiving yards. You had Devontae Adams, who played in like 13 games and had led the league in receiving yards by a mile.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and touchdowns. So Offensive Player of the Year is going to be such a tough one. I hope they don't just give it to the MVP because that's boring. So who do you have?
Winning the award, and this is so tough. Like, this is not easy. But I'm going to go with back-to-back winner. I'm going to say Derrick Henry is going to win it again this year.
Really?
I
couldn't. I wonder if when the last time there was a back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year.
And I guess if it's never happened, then it's an awful take.
Well, yeah,
But, like, I don't know. And not runner-up, but a guy I could see coming out and winning it is Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he does it all. He catches passes. He runs the ball. He is the whole Panthers offense.
Yeah.
He is it. And then I've got Travis Kelce at 3. Travis Kelce is just such a special tight end. And, like, historically, he's just one of the GOATs at tight
Yeah.
end. So it's so tough to
Here's
leave
a
him off the
random
list.
question. I don't think this has happened, but like, could there be like obviously the MVP will most likely go to a quarterback. Could there be a quarterback win Offensive Player of the Year that isn't the quarterback that won the MVP? Like, would they do that? I don't think they would.
I don't think
right?
they
don't
would,
think
but at the
they
same
would.
time, like if you went like Tom Brady or wins the MVP, you could say Lamar is offensive
I was gonna say
player
like
of the year.
Kyler Murray,
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the
'Cause they
Year.
run.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
But
just more offensive.
that probably wouldn't
But
happen.
the
This doesn't
MVP
make
is the
sense.
most valuable
Yeah,
player
exactly.
to a team, so it's somebody who's the biggest impact on
yeah,
their
so
team.
that's where offensive
But
player of the
may
year is just
not
best
have-
offensive.
may not have the best offensive stats.
Right.
Yeah.
My Offensive Player of the Year, a couple of honorable mentions. I think Devontae Adams has another chance. He's going into a free agency year, looking to become the highest paid wide receiver next offseason, probably going to the Raiders. Alvin Kamara is another guy who I think could definitely win it. His receiving numbers last year in games that Michael Thomas didn't play were like crazy. He had like 8 catches in each game
6
that Thomas
touchdowns.
didn't play. Yeah, like
Yeah, the Christmas
one
game
game.
was
and
crazy.
Thomas is going to miss the first half of the season. No more Drew Brees. Winston and Taysom Hill are going to look to dump to him a lot. he definitely has a chance. But I'm going with the guy who hasn't won the award, who I think is going to go off next year and solidify himself as the best wide receiver in the NFL. DeAndre Hopkins, I have winning Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and that
Even though he might not
happen.
play.
Man, and now I'm sitting here looking at my. I guess you got it. Who's your Offensive Player of the Year?
I don't know. This is tough.
He can't pick a biased Steelers pick here.
Yeah, because there isn't a guy.
Who? What, Claypool?
Yeah.
Najee Harris?
I might have to go with Pat Fairmouth.
Eric Ebron. Is he even on the Steelers anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. It's
This one's hard
such
to
a
pick.
hard pick.
And remember, this is you.
But like, honestly, dude, Nick Chubb.
Oh, that's a good
Wow.
one. That's a good
Nick
one.
Chubb. He's
Yeah.
like,
Why not?
why not?
Why couldn't he win it?
Fuck it.
Yeah, and that's the
Why
thing with the
not?
NFL.
Could be.
Anybody could.
Kareem Hunt?
Like, there's so much more that goes into Offensive Player of the Year than just being good at offense.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a good line, good situation.
You have to have just like an unreal season
Yeah.
to win Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year pretty much just goes to like the best defensive player. Mm-hmm. But Offensive Player of the Year is not the best offensive player.
Yeah. No, absolutely
Like
not.
Stephon Diggs almost won Offensive Player of the Year last year too. He had a crazy year.
Yeah, it was just, and it's so
Diggs could win it next
situational
year,
based.
too, honestly. Yeah, I didn't even think about him. All right, on to MVP.
I really like, now looking back, my first two MVP picks probably don't make any sense because I've got Lamar and Kyler, but like I don't even have them winning their division. I have the Cardinals finishing third. And at that point, like, how do you give that guy the MVP?
Right. I mean, yeah, the MVP will most likely go to a guy on one of the better teams in the NFL.
I'm going to make a crazy pick. I'm going to do something wild. I'm going to go with Josh Allen here to win the MVP.
That's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy, but like it's crazier than saying Mahomes.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
Mahomes we still have as the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And I'm saying somebody's going to beat him out for it. I'm going, I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I got to write that down so we know.
For me, my honorable mentions, Josh Allen was my number one honorable mention. Lamar Jackson, I think, has a good chance at winning MVP again. If he has a great year, Baltimore will be really good. Kyler Murray, I did right. Matt Stafford, I have as an honorable mention. I was really wanting to pick him, but that's a little bias. I had the Rams winning it all, so I don't want to go like both
Double
of them.
bias.
Yeah, double Stafford bias. So I'm not going to pick Stafford. Herbert, I think, is a sleeper MVP. That'd be awesome. But I'm going with the absolute boring pick. Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP. I mean, they literally got he got a top 5 offensive line this offseason. Their defense is pretty solid. He has Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. I don't see him not winning the MVP. I mean,
Andy
he would
Reid.
really have to suck or have to get hurt. I'm going with Mahomes. I know it's boring. I don't care.
Well, I'm thinking after the Steelers go undefeated this year,
Dude.
and Big Ben throws for almost 6,000 passing yards, breaks all the records, they just got to give it to him.
Yeah. At some point,
I
you got to give
remember
it to him.
last year when the Steelers were undefeated and we did on TikTok, we did like our top 5 NFL MVP candidates so far. And it was when they were like 8-0, 9-0. And I had Big Ben on there. And that TikTok was one of them that blew up. And everyone in the comments, Big Ben ain't no MVP. Like, dude, their team is undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, it has to at least be a candidate. I'm
Yeah.
not saying he is the number one guy. But if your team goes undefeated, I mean, you are at least in the running for MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will they ever give MVP to a defensive player?
They will if they,
Or just a non-quarterback? Like, it kind of
No,
is crazy
it has
how
to be
it's
a
so
quarterback.
QB biased. But the quarterback is such an important...
It's the most valuable.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it
like,
just- the
I
name
guess
of the
it makes
award.
sense, yeah. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else we got to say? Any other takes that you think would be crazy to say?
Yeah, you got a
think-
crazy take that you want to give
All right,
us?
this-
Lions will beat the Steelers by 3 touchdowns this year.
Steelers will shut out the Lions. Bye.
No way.
That actually probably will happen.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
I won't bet against that one.
No, but my crazy take for this year,
Yeah, your crazy take last year was unbelievably wrong. See if you can get a little bit closer.
Travis Etienne's a bust.
Okay.
That one's
I got one. Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Lions will be a top 3 rookie wide receiver this year. He will be better than, because there's a lot of them.
Is that the dude we were
There's
just
Waddle.
watching?
Yeah, there's Waddle, Smith, and Chase. He'll be better than one of them, no doubt.
My hot take: Jeff Okuda will be a top 8 corner.
He'll
in
be
the
the
NFL.
best corner That would be crazy.
I got another hot take. Steelers offensive line finishes top 15 in the league.
Wow. Oh, no.
Lions offensive line top 10, no doubt.
No, easily.
Oh no, here's a Lions hot take. Lions finish with a top half defense in the NFL.
Well, Jeff,
All right,
that's
now we're
hot.
stretching.
Okay, that's hot.
That's where you end.
Steelers
That's where you
offensive
end.
line was a stretch.
That's where you
You're
end
doing
the
like
episode.
a downward dog in yoga right now.
Hottest takes. Jared Goff MVP. All right, peace out.
Peace.
Big Ben.